What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. In today's video, I wanted to do just a short Q&A. I get a lot of questions through my Instagram DMs, and there are a couple questions that just keep popping up time after time. So I figured I would just make a quick video about them. All right, let's get right into it. Question number one, how do you balance weight training and cardio? Or for the motocross community, how do you balance riding and your off the bike training? So first and foremost, you have to set your training priorities. And so what I mean by training priorities is you're kind of deciding which areas of your training are going to be receiving the bulk of your energy, your time, your focus. So when you're setting up your training, you need to remember to ask yourself, what is it that I need to work on the most? What is going to require the most improvement, the most focus, the most dedication? And whatever that answer is, that needs to be the first thing that you tackle every single day. Then everything else will come after with whatever energy and time you have left. So you can kind of think of it like a balance scale, right? So if your goal is to be the best motocross rider you can possibly be, riding has to be your top priority. So if riding is my top priority, that means everything else is going to have to scale back a little bit, right? To achieve that balance. So I'll give you a personal example. For me right now, I'm trying to gain a little bit of strength. I'm pretty happy with where my cardio fitness is, my endurance is at right now. So my main priority is to add a little bit of strength. So I make sure that every time I get to the gym, I tackle the strength training first. That way I can devote maximum effort and time into making that the highest quality training session that it can be. And then I use whatever energy and time I have left to work on my secondary goals, which for me would be endurance or my cardio fitness. What this is doing is it's ensuring that the highest quality work is being done to help accomplish your main goal, your top priority. Now, that doesn't mean that you can just kind of brush off your secondary goals and not put the work in. You still need to bust your butt to make sure you're getting everything done. But if you end up being short on time or energy, you at least know that in that training session, you made a lot of progress towards your main goal. So the day was a success regardless. So ask yourself, what is your top priority? What is your main training goal? What needs the most improvement, the most focus, energy, discipline? Make sure you tackle that first. Tackle it first, go all in, do it to the best of your ability, and then use whatever energy you have left to tackle your secondary goals. Okay, the second question that I get all the time is, Jacob, how do I know when to take a rest day and when to push through? So I want to kick this one off by talking about the difference between discomfort and pain. Discomfort on the one hand is absolutely necessary. The goal of every training session, of every riding session, has to be to push outside your comfort zone. That's how we see personal growth. That's how we see progress. Now pain is sort of on the opposite end of the spectrum. That means that something has either been worked too hard, something's damaged, and your body is starting to send you signals to try to say, hey, you need to dial it back so I have a little time to figure some things out and heal up a little bit. This is just one of those things that as you gain experience in training, it ends up being a judgment call on your part. The absolute only excuse I'll accept from one of my athletes when they don't want to train, or when they feel they shouldn't train, is, Jacob, I'm in pain today. I can't put any weight on my ankle. I get this really stabbing pain in my knee after going on that run a couple days ago. Every time I land from a jump, I feel like someone is stabbing a knife into my shoulder. That tells me, okay, hey, there may be something going on. We need to dial it back, give your body a chance to figure things out, and then we kind of go into recovery mode. What I won't accept is when someone comes into the gym and says, man, I'm tired today. I'm sore. Or, mentally, Jacob, I'm just not really in it today. Now, of course, we're all human. We're all going to have those days where we're tired, we're sore, we're feeling beat up, we don't want to train, mentally we're not in it, we're human. But what you guys need to realize is that those are going to end up being the most important training days of your entire athletic career. Think about it this way, if elite athletes only worked hard on days that they felt like it, they would not be elite athletes. Nothing would ever get done. Now this is where I encourage everybody to take a step back, be a little introspective, and decide, what is my motivational fallback? Because motivation is temporary. It comes and goes. So when you have one of those mornings where you wake up, you're tired, you're sore, you don't feel like training, what image, what mantra, what quote, what goal, what is going to remind you that you just need to suck it up, get your ass out of bed, and go put in the work. You just do what has to be done. Now, trust me, guys, it happens to me too, more often than you think. There's days where I don't want to make a YouTube video, or I don't want to make an Instagram post, or I don't want to go to the gym and work out, right? I'm only human. It happens to me too. But those are the days where I have to force myself to remember why I started. I started this YouTube channel, this podcast, this Instagram page, this mission and movement to change how the world trains for motocross because I'm trying to be the very thing that I was looking for when I was in your shoes. There weren't YouTube videos when I was growing up that would teach you how to structure your training. I couldn't just send a direct message on Instagram to a professional level trainer just to ask a question. And the only successful trainers in the sport weren't actually sharing anything about what they were doing because they were afraid they were giving too much away to their competition. On the days where I feel tired and unmotivated and I'd rather just go back to sleep and skip the day, that's when I remember that I have a vision for the motocross community, and it evolves every single day. That's why when you see this logo, of course I want you to think of me, but more importantly, I want you to think about the mission and the vision behind it. Behind this logo is someone that realizes how tough motocross is, how amazing it is, and how hard it can be to train for this sport sometimes. I want you to know and trust that when you see this logo, you're getting the highest quality advice, the highest quality videos, the highest quality information and guidance. Because at the end of the day, I'm doing all this for you, the motocross community. On low motivation days, I remember why I started. And that's why I always end up putting in the work. So once you find your motivational fallback, I want you to write it down. Make it your screensaver on your computer or your smartphone. Write it down on a sticky note, put it on your mirror in the bathroom, put it on your fridge. I know it sounds cliche, but on those days where you don't have the motivation, that daily reminder is going to be your saving grace and what allows you to continue to push to be successful. So those are the two questions that I get most often in my direct messages on Instagram. So I figured I would just make a quick video, address them head on, and it allows me to go a little more in depth so maybe I can feel like I'm having a conversation with you guys rather than, you leave a comment and then I have to type out in like 5 different DMs this long response. This way I have a video that encompasses my answer, and it feels more like I can, you're asking me the question and I just answer it face to face with you. Thank you guys for tuning into the video. If you're enjoying the content, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future videos like this one. And I will see you guys in the next video.